Peace. This is Watch for Wise Words Media back at y'all for another round. And go New York, go New York, go! Woo! That was one of the greatest finishes to a game I've ever seen. That's got to be top 5 Knicks finishes to a game of all time. What a game. I mean, go back. I caught it, man, and I trademarked it in that video. You could go back to my video from last summer in the offseason when I was breaking down, like, what should the Knicks do? And I said I was happy with the Donte DiVincenzo signing. And I even went on that video. You could go look it up. I said his name, I'm trademarking it now, is going to be Donte DiVincenzo. Because I said, watch how this kid is going to light things up. And wow. Man, has those words come to life, man. First was the Word, and the Word became flesh. So yes, the New York Knicks pull off a stunning upset. And now, you know, there's a lot of grumbling. I'm hearing a lot of old media talking bad about it. Even the guy who's supposed to be New York Knicks' own, he's supposed to be our proper representation on old media, which is Stephen A. Smith. Instead, it's Big Perk. Big Perk is our real general out there in old media. But, you know, even Stephen A., Greenberg, a whole bunch of people are saying that, yeah, the Knicks stole that. That wasn't right. Philly, you know, listen. So what? So what? The Knicks have been the bearers of bad news for how many years? We went decades of bad news. And finally, something breaks our way and we're supposed to feel bad? Man, get the f*** out of here. Man, we don't care about nothing Philly got to say right now. Go file your grievance. What they gonna do? Make us do the play all over again? We won. It's over. Stop crying. Go back to the video room. Go back to the drawing board. Go back. I mean, y'all playing good defense on Jalen Brunson. Y'all ain't got much to hold your head down about. You ain't got to hang your head so low. But yo, it happens. It happened to us. It's so amazing how life is an interesting poetry, an interesting art that oftentimes renews itself. Or as many say, history repeats itself. 30 years ago, in that same very building, that same exact sequence happened to the New York Knicks, where Reggie Miller hits a 3, pushes Greg Anthony, and gives us the infamous, grabs a bad inbounded play, a horrible inbounded pass by Anthony Mason, grabs that, spins around, hits the 3, and all of a sudden, Indiana scores 8 points in 8 seconds and steals a game from us. Were Knicks fans complaining? Were we crying, filing grievances? No. We know it as the choke job. Yeah, we choked. Bad inbound play. Okay. Philly crying and old media pacifying, giving them a pacifier and rocking them to sleep. Helping them go to sleep. Listen, Philly is just as much responsible for that defeat as the referees that they're blaming. And here's why. First and foremost, as a point guard of 18 years in the NBA, Kyle Lowry is supposed to know that when you're about to inbound in a tight game like that, you inbound looking at the floor. You assess the floor. You can even direct traffic and tell people to move because Philly was clustered. They were all bunched up in the paint. He could have directed traffic. They could have, at that point, then you grab the ball because the moment you grab the ball out of bounds, the referee starts his 5-second count. So instead, Lowry goes out of bounds with his back to the play, doesn't get a good assessment of what's going on the floor, grabs the ball, and now he's trying to assess. 2 seconds already gone because there's nothing there for him. By the 3rd second, panic starts to kick in. And that's when you get the Anthony Mason type Kyle Lowry type passes. So now, Philly should have ran a better play. They should have assessed that better. They should have had Embiid set a pick for Dante DiVincenzo. Excuse me, for Maxey. They should have had Embiid set a pick for Maxey. Maxey comes off the screen, easy. But no, they were all bunched up in the paint together. And then Lowry grabs the ball before he even assessed the floor. So yes, it was a rush play, and it became an ugly play. And then it became a very costly play. And the rest is history, man. The rest is history. I'm not crying over Philly's mishaps. Y'all took Saquon Barkley from us. I don't care what happens to y'all. I don't care. We won. Yeah, the referees, he didn't see it. So what? He didn't call timeout. It happens. Happened to us. We had a choke job. Your turn, Philly. But yes, what a victory for the New York Knicks. A 5-win series is looking more and more evident. I do feel Philly will take at least one game in Philadelphia. But I do strongly feel now, especially with Joel Embiid playing at practically like 60-70% only. He's like at 60%. With Embiid banged up like that, and with the momentum the Knicks got, I don't see them taking both games in Philly. I can see them taking maybe one. They'll probably take game 3 because they probably want blood.